National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Houston Texans. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They'll come up now on second and a yard. Now a handoff for Lindsay. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now it's Watson. The bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chris Barnes with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3". They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Here's a give to Lindsay, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Watson now to throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, it's Watson. Finding Williams once more, complete. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this. team because, number one, you throw the short game. Until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, Pressure receivers. Now you go over the top. Take it deep. And now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave able to drop him for a loss of a couple. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real option. For him to throw it downfield.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. He'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Then he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offensive.
last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. And this is Parker, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here. This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful with the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. DK Metcalf, 82 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia, and trying to erase this deficit.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he's got Jordan complete right side. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A huge play there for Houston.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Max Crosby just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Touchdown, Texans! A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. A drive there of just 4 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that?
And the Raiders have got him. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds?
Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 33.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
He's got it at the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Deshaun Watson of the Texans offense trot back out there. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Watson on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Watson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1. So we've reached half. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's caught. Here's Langford. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 4.
They're going to look to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the 27, Watson. His throw incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain, or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at about the 28. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one, because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, third quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got an open man, it's Ruggs. Touchdown! Henry Ruggs, 62 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Houston set to take over. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
On first down, Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of a sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
Though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. Back to throw. This complete to Langford. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield. And there's another.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. DK Metcalf. 57 yards. And the Raiders get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Carroll. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. second down now. It's Lindsey, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Now it's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His third. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there for the Raiders.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this one is incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now out comes Houston. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. On 1st and 10, Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And the Raiders have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Carlson on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Houston's offense taking over again. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Here's Watson. And his throw here's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Again, it's Watson. He'll find Parker again, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Forced out to... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds. Saved him from a turnover.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it'll be tipped up and picked off.
And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they hope to polish things off. And what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play there for the Raiders. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up a throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's caught inside the 35.
There it is.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Finds a seam inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One last throw here for Watson. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. To throw now on 1st down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it's incomplete. But still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.